pathogenesis of fatty liver here. Okay, mechanism of fatty liver depends upon the stage at which the etiologic agent acts in the normal fat transport. Okay, mechanism of fatty liver depends upon the stage at which the etiologic agent acts in the normal fat transport and metabolism there, etc. Hence, pathogenesis of fatty liver is best understood in the light of normal fat metabolism in the liver there, etc. This fat metabolism is given here in this particular diagram here. This is a hepatocyte, or the hepatocyte is nothing but the liver cell there, etc. Hepatocytes are generally what here? The cells in liver, okay, or the cells of liver. Those are called as hepatocytes. Mechanism of fatty liver depends upon the stage at which the etiologic agent acts in the normal fat transport, okay, and metabolism. Hence, pathogenesis of fatty liver is best understood in the light of normal fat metabolism in the liver. Lipids as free acids enter the liver cell from either of the following two sources there, etc. Lipids are either entering, okay, lipids as free acids here. Lipids as free fatty acids are entering in liver, okay, from two sources. One is the diet and second one is adipose tissue there, etc. Okay, then after that, that free fatty acid gets converted into fatty acids there, etc. It gets converted into fatty acids. Fatty acids are also getting formed even from acetate also there, etc. Acetates, okay, acetates there, etc. Okay, that is the thing there, acetates. Then these fatty acids are getting converted to cholesterol esters, then phospholipids and ketone bodies there, as well as these fatty acids, okay, in presence of what here, alpha glycerophosphate, it gets converted into triglycerides there, etc. It gets converted into triglycerides. Okay, that is the thing there, etc. Okay, here lipid metabolism there. From diet as chylomicrons. Okay, from diet as chylomicrons there, etc. Two sources. From diet as chylomicrons containing triglycerides and phospholipids here, and as free fatty acids here, and as free fatty acids here from adipose tissue there, etc. And as free fatty acids from adipose tissue as free fatty acids here. Okay, then normally besides above two sources, a small part of fatty acids is also synthesized, okay, from acetate in the liver cells here. Okay, from acetate also the normal a small portion of fatty acid is also synthesized from acetate in the liver cells here. Most of free fatty acid is esterified to triglycerides by the action of alpha glycerophosphate, and only a small part is changed to cholesterol, phospholipids and ketone bodies. While cholesterol, phospholipids and ketones are used in the body there, intracellular triglycerides, whatever are there, intracellular triglycerides are converted into, now whatever the intracellular triglycerides are there, okay, inside the hepatocytes, these intracellular triglycerides are converted into lipoproteins, which requires lipid acceptor protein there, etc. Okay, it is causing the converting that triglyceride into the lipoproteins there, etc. Which needs lipid acceptor protein there, etc. Then after that, what happens here? Lipoproteins are released from the liver cells into circulation as plasma lipoproteins there, etc. LDL and VLDL. Lipoproteins are what they are released into the plasma. Okay, circulation as plasma lipoproteins, LDL. Okay, LDL and VLDL. Okay, that is low density lipoproteins and very low density lipoproteins. This is the long form of LDL and VLDL. In fatty liver, intracellular accumulation of triglycerides can occur due to defect at one or more of the following 6 steps in the normal fat metabolism as shown in figure. Okay, you can see, students, in normal fat metabolism, generally the fat, okay, comes, the fat is generally coming from diet as chylomicrons or chylomicrons, from diet as chylomicrons containing triglycerides and phospholipids here, and as free fatty acids here, and as free fatty acids, remember it here, from okay, diet as what here, chylomicrons containing triglycerides and phospholipids, and as free fatty acids here, and from adipose tissue as free fatty acid here. Adipose tissue is the one source and diet is another source. In the diet, it is present in the form of chylomicrons here. Normally, besides two sources, a small part of free fatty acids is also getting formed from acetate in liver there, etc. Okay, in liver there, etc. Okay, by the Yes, yes, this is the thing. Then most of the free fatty acid is esterified. Okay, it is esterified to triglycerides. Okay, it is esterified to triglycerides in presence of alpha glycerophosphate. Alpha glycerophosphate. It gets esterified into triglycerides. That what here? Free fatty acids. Okay, those are getting basically okay converted into triglycerides in presence of the substance alpha glycerophosphate there as here, alpha glycerophosphate, and only a small change into cholesterol and phospholipids there as here. That is the idea here. Okay, which requires then this particular triglycerides. Okay, this particular triglyceride there as here. Okay, intracellular triglycerides are converted into lipoproteins there as here. Okay, intracellular triglycerides. We will call it as a ester product. Triglycerides are nothing but the esterified products of free fatty acids here. What are triglycerides, students? Yes. What are triglycerides? Esterified products of free fatty acids. Yes. Answer me. What are triglycerides? Karthik. Yes, Karthik. What are triglycerides?
Esterified product of fatty acid.
Ah, yes, esterified products of fatty acid. Okay, like this here. Yes, Pandre, got it? Pandre, Yogita.
Yes, sir.
That is esterified products of free fatty acid is triglyceride. This triglyceride gets converted into what here? Lipoproteins here. Can you see this diagram here, students? Yes, see this diagram carefully here. Initially, what is there? See, free fatty acid comes from which two sources? Tell me, Pandre.
Diet and adipose.
Diet
and adipose tissue.
and adipose tissue there as such here. Okay, diet and adipose tissue there as such here. Then from it, what is getting formed? That free fatty acid is there. Okay, free fatty acid is getting converted into what?
Fatty acid.
Fatty acids. Okay, fatty acid is again inside the cell is getting formed from what? Step number 2.
Acetate.
Acetate. From acetate also inside the liver. Okay, this pinkish portion is there, na? It is hepatocyte. They have given here the name hepatocyte. Can you see here this name? Hepatocyte.
Yes, sir.
This is
Yes,
the
sir.
hepatocyte. This is the cell. All these reactions or fat metabolism is occurring inside what here? Cell only here, that hepatocyte here. Okay. Then fatty acid is to the last smaller extent converted into cholesterol esters. Okay. Then after that phospholipids. Okay. And ketone bodies there at such here. Ketone bodies are excreted. Okay. Like this here. These three things are required to the body to the smaller extent there at such here. Cholesterol is required. Okay. Where cholesterol is required? Can you tell me? In body where cholesterol is required? Yes, cell membrane. Okay, where? Cell membrane. Phospholipids, where those are needed? Cell membrane. Am I right?
Cell membrane.
Cell membrane. Yes. Ketone bodies. Ketone bodies, and I think we will find out from internet the purpose of this particular ketone bodies. Where generally ketone bodies are useful there as such here, but generally those are used excreted. Okay, through urine there as such here. That is the thing there. Okay, but just then also you just try to find out what is the role of ketone bodies in our body there as such here. Useful role also. Clear? Okay. Now fatty acid is converted into what here? Yes, can you see this vertical? Yes, fatty acid is converted into tri. Yes, students.
Triglycerides.
Triglycerides. Then triglycerides are getting converted to what?
Lipoprotein.
Lipoprotein. And lipoprotein are what here? Released in the form of plasma lipoproteins here. Am I right? Can you see plasma lipoprotein here down outside the cell?
Yes, sir.
That's all. That's all. It is sufficient. This diagram is very useful. Then you will understand this part very easily there as such here. Okay. It is released in the form of plasma lipoproteins, and the plasma lipoproteins are nothing but the LDL. What is the long form for LDL?
Low density lipoprotein.
And VLDL?
Very low density lipoprotein.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. very low density lipoproteins there as such here. In fatty liver, now listen it carefully. In fatty liver, intracellular accumulation of triglycerides can occur due to defect at one or more of the following 6 steps in the normal fat metabolism shown in figure. Okay, this particular figure here, 3.16 here. It is 3.16 number figure. Okay. Now, what are the different steps? Increase entry of free fatty acids into the liver. This could be the reason. Okay. What inside the liver, if the entry of free fatty acids it is increased, then in that condition fatty liver can occur. Are you agree with this thing, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if intake is more, what will occur here? Accumulation will occur of that fat or the lipid there as such. Then increase synthesis of free, that is fatty acids by the liver. Okay, from acetate, if that particular synthesis of free fatty acid inside that particular liver, if it is what here more, okay, that is what here fatty acid. If it is more, then in that condition also what will occur there as such here? This thing can happen there as such here. Okay, that is nothing but it is what here? Yes. Okay. Yes, it can happen there as such here. Okay, so this is the thing there as such here. Yes, this is second effect here. Increase synthesis of fatty acids by the liver, then decrease conversion of fatty acids into ketone bodies, resulting in increased esterification of. Okay, resulting in increased esterification of fatty acids to triglycerides here. Okay, if ketone bodies. Okay, if it is a decrease there as such here, the conversion of fatty acid into ketone bodies, if it is decreased, then in that condition, ultimately what will occur? The more amount of that particular fatty acid, that is free fatty acid here, it will be getting converted. It will get converted into what there as such here? Yes, it will get converted into triglycerides there as such here. Okay, this thing will happen there as such here. Okay, that increased esterification of fatty acids to triglycerides can occur, and it will also cause, it can also cause that fatty liver condition there as such here. Okay, now increase, yes, alpha glycerophosphate, increased alpha glycerophosphate causing increased esterification of fatty acids to triglycerides here. If the concentration of alpha glycerophosphate, where alpha glycerophosphate is required, what is the role of alpha glycerophosphate? Yes, students.
Conversion of fatty acid into triglyceride.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, conversion of fatty acid into triglycerides, that is the role of what here? This alpha glycerophosphate substance here in liver. Okay, if the concentration of this particular alpha glycerophosphate gets increased, what will happen here? Ultimately, yes, it will cause the more amount of fatty acid Okay, it will cause the conversion of more amount of fatty acid to triglycerides there as such here. Okay, that will occur there as such here. This is the thing there. Then in decrease the synthesis of lipid acceptor protein there as such here. Lipid acceptor protein, resulting in decreased formation of lipoprotein from triglycerides there. Decreased synthesis of lipid acceptor protein. If the concentration of the lipid acceptor protein, if it is less or if it is decreased, okay, if that particular synthesis, then in that condition, what will occur there as such here? Yes, this thing will occur there as such here. Okay, it will cause, it will decrease the formation of what there as such here? Lipoprotein from triglycerides there as such here. Lipoprotein in LDL and VLDL form there as such here. Okay, that will not get formed here, and okay, that lipoprotein will not, as it is not getting formed here. Okay, then ultimately the concentration of this particular substance triglyceride will increase inside the liver cell, that is hepatocyte here. Then block, okay, block in the excretion of lipoprotein from the liver into the plasma. Okay, if there is a block in the excretion of lipoprotein from liver into the plasma, then in that condition also this particular fatty liver condition may occur here. In most cases of fatty liver, one of the above mechanisms is operating here. Okay, one of the above mechanisms is operating there as such here. Okay, okay, in most cases of fatty liver, one of the above mechanisms is operating here, but one of the above mechanisms is operating. But in the case of liver cell injury, okay, but in the case of liver cell injury by chronic alcoholism, many factors are implicated, which includes increased lipolysis there as such here. Okay, but in most cases of fatty liver, one of the above mechanisms is operating there as such here. Okay, in most of the cases of fatty liver, but in the case of liver cell injury by chronic alcoholism, many factors are implicated, which includes here. Which are these particular many factors here? In liver cell injury by chronic alcoholism here, increased lipolysis will occur there as such here. Okay, then increased free fatty acid synthesis here. Okay, increased lipolysis. Okay, after that, that is lipolysis means lipid metabolism. Then increased free fatty acid synthesis there. Then decrease the triglyceride utilization here. Then decrease fatty acid oxidation to ketone bodies. Okay, and block in lipoprotein excretion here. These are the some causes in what here alcoholic patients there are such here where the liver cell injury has occurred. Okay, where the liver cell injury has occurred there at such here. Okay, but in the case of liver cell injury by chronic alcoholism, many factors are implicated, which includes these are the factors which will be responsible for this fatty liver. Even a severe form of liver cell dysfunction may be reversible. Okay, may be reversible. Even a severe form of liver cell dysfunction may be reversible. Example, an alcoholic who has not developed a progressive fibrosis in the form of cirrhosis there at such here. Even a severe form of liver cell dysfunction may be reversible. Example, an alcoholic who has not developed progressive fibrosis in the form of cirrhosis. The enlarged fatty liver may return to normal if the person becomes teetotaler there at such here. If the person becomes teetotaler there at such here. Okay, if the person becomes teetotaler. What is the meaning of teetotaler there at such? Yes, students, what is the meaning of teetotaler? Okay, when the person becomes normal, we can say there at such here. When the person becomes normal in that particular condition, okay, that particular cell, okay, that cell is nothing but what here? Okay, the cell, whatever is nothing but this particular cell, it will come to the normal condition there at such here. This is idea here so far regarding the part there at such here. Okay, then this is the thing there at such here. Okay, this is the idea regarding fatty liver part there at such here. Etiology we have seen the pathogenesis also here. This metabolism is very important part there in pathogenesis here. Okay, metabolism if you understand. Now what the morphologic changes are occurring in this particular fatty liver? Morphological changes, we just see there at such here. What are these morphological changes? Just listen them carefully. Grossly, the liver in fatty change is enlarged with a tense, okay, glistening capsule and rounded margins there at such here. You can see this in this particular diagram. Okay, the margins are rounded there at such here. The margins are rounded there at such here. Okay, the margins are rounded there at such here. Okay, the liver in fatty change is enlarged with a tense, glistening capsule and rounded margins. The cut surface bulges slightly. The cut surface bulges slightly and is pale yellow to yellow. The cut surface bulges. Okay, the cut surface is there, whatever is there. Okay, it bulges slightly. Okay, and is pale yellow to yellow and is greasy to touch. Okay, and it is what here? A greasy to touch there at such here. Okay, its color is pale yellow to yellow and is greasy to touch there at such here. Microscopy. Now we will see the microscopy of this particular fatty liver at cellular level. Okay, microscopically characteristic feature in the presence of numerous lipid vacuoles. Okay, is the presence of numerous lipid vacuoles in the cytoplasm of hepatocytes. Numerous that is lipid vacuoles are there. Vacuoles means pishvia, bags. Lipid bags are present in the cytoplasm there as such here of hepatocytes here. Okay, fat in H and E stain. H, okay, H is nothing but what here as such here? Fat in H and E stain section there as such here. Okay, fat in. Okay, there is fat in. Okay, that is what here? H and E stain section there as such here. H and E stain section. These are the names of stains there as such here. Eosin and H is nothing but the one name of that particular stain there as such here. Okay, like this there as such here. Histotoxylin like this there as such here is the name of that particular stain. Fat in H and E stain section prepared by paraffin embedding technique appear non-staining vacuoles. Okay, appear non-staining vacuoles because it is dissolved in alcohol there as such here. It is dissolved in alcohol. Okay, this is appearing like that here. Non-staining vacuoles are appearing in H and E stain section there as such here. Okay, then after that what they have given here, because it is dissolved in alcohol there as such here, the vacuoles are initially small and are present around the nucleus here, microvesicular there as such here. Microvesicular we can say there as such here. Okay, the vacuoles are initially small and are present. Okay, the vacuoles are initially small and are present around the nucleus there as such here. It is called as a microvesicular there as such here. But with progression of the process, second reason, second point, the vacuoles become larger, pushing the nucleus to the periphery of the cells here, macrovesicular there as such here. It is called as a macrovesicular there as such here. Remember, microvesicular and macrovesicular. This thing you just remember it here. Okay, like this here. Vacuole is nothing but it is the bag of lipid. Bag, just you remember it here. Okay, this vacuole, if it is present in small, if it is very small and around present around the nucleus, then in that particular condition, we call it as a microvesicular there as such here. We call it as a microvesicular. Okay, but if it is with the progression of the disease, if it is large, so large that even a nucleus of a cell, if it is also getting pushed to one side there as such here, then in that particular condition here, okay, to the peripheral region of that particular cell we can say here. Okay, then in that condition we can call it as a what here, macrovesicular there as such here. At times the hepatocytes laden with large lipid vacuoles may rupture. Okay, laden means लादलेले, घेतलेले, बरोबर. At times the hepatocytes laden with large lipid vacuoles may rupture and lipid vacuoles coils to form fatty cysts, and the lipid vacuoles coils to form the fatty cysts there as such here. Cysts, that is nothing but the deposits are getting formed there as such here, fatty deposits inside the liver there as such here. Remember this particular part there as such here. At times the hepatocytes laden with large lipids vacuoles may rupture. Even at last that hepatocytes will rupture, okay, which are laden with the lipid vacuoles, and it will coalesce to form the fatty cysts there as such here. This will be the thing there. Okay, then after that we will rejoin again there as such here. Yes, students, we will rejoin again with the link there as such here. The time, okay, session of 40 minutes is over here. Immediately we will rejoin again here. Clear to students?
Okay, sir.
We'll rejoin.